Hello friends, it's the Engineer. We're back. Today we're cooking again with the expanded cooking mod, and we are doing fried foods. We're going to spend some time gathering some ingredients, getting prepped, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to make some fried vegetables, some fried meat, and some fried bowls. So, are you ready to get fried? And we're back at our rainy plateau of a garden. If you want to fry something, you're going to need some oil, so let's make some oil. The only thing we have available to us right now, though, is seed oil, the most deadly substance on earth. Let's get a big stack of flax seeds, and we're going to go back and we're going to press this into some straight poison. Here we are down at the press, so let's slap a bucket underneath here. And we're going to load it up with our seeds. Here they go. Blop, 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 blop. Get them in there. I always end up pulling the stack out when I'm done because I never can tell I'm done. Nice to put back in there. And this is super satisfying. Watch this. Yeah. Look at all that oil. 5 liters of seed oil. Now for the sweet release. Pull out the mash that we could feed our animals, or just throw in a container and let it decay to nothing, which is what I usually end up doing. So here's a big bucket of oil. Let's put that in some bottles because it looks pretty, and I preferred to put them in bottles than the thought of keeping a 5-gallon bucket of oil. Sounds gross. If you're going to fry something, you're going to need to have some sort of flour and maybe some breadcrumbs to be able to baste it in. So we're going to use a bunch of amaranth that I have here ready to go in the garden. We're going to take this off to our tower to get it ground up. Up on top of this big hill is where I've placed my windmill, which is a fun feature that the folks at Finished Story have developed. Where you get up somewhere high where there's good wind speed, and you can build a big sail system with a bunch of gears that we'll show you here in a minute, and make a windmill. Now we're finally up to the base of the tower, and here is our grinder. It's called a quern. So we're going to load in our grain, and it is going to, faster than me just holding the button down and clicking it, will turn itself into flour. Ta-da! 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 While this is recording, let's climb up to the top and take a look at our windmill. Here we are. We can see the gear system moving, the angled gears over to the cool windmill. If you want to know how to make one of these, just search it on YouTube. There's lots of people who are better at explaining it than me that can teach you all the cool things about it. But I really like it. I just love the motion of it. I made myself a little ladder when I was building it so I can come up here and just give it a good look. Look at it turning. It's the magic of wind. Back in our kitchen, we have to take this flour that we've ground and we're going to make some bread because we need breadcrumbs to make this. So we'll get ourselves a bucket full of water, we'll put some in here with our bread, and we will make some dough. So we're just going to do 4 loaves of dough. It should be more than enough to give us the breadcrumbs we need. Now we're going to get the oven fired up, get it up to temperature so we can bake this bread, and then I'll show you the next step on how to get bread crumbs. In goes the bread to our preheated oven. We'll do the magic of video. We'll pop right into it being done. Bing! There it is. Kind of gross that it's green, but hey. Yeah, developers only got so many color palettes to use for bread. To turn the bread into crumbs, we'll put it in the quern and we'll grind it on down. Each one of those loaves gives us a nice little stack of breadcrumbs to use. Now for the batter portion of the fried food, we're going to do some honey. So we have a nice little honey bee grove up on the plateau, but if we're going to harvest the honey, I want to replace them with more beehives. So we'll crank out a few right here to put them up there. I absolutely adore the flower garden around the beehives. It's one of the favorite parts of this game. So, showing you guys some of these beehives real quick. You can see they have a size, they have a population, whether they're harvestable or not. You can also just kind of tell they have this little yellow hole right there and there that said, "Look, I'm full of honeycomb, get me." So let's punch this. So we got some honeycomb, and we're going to slap an empty scat back on there. We also get a little refund on materials on those reeds, so we can build another one. But we will do all of those. That's plenty. We got lots of bee stuff. Look at us. We're covered. Back in the cellar, I'm going to show you the most uncomfortable animation in the game. Here we go. Yep. Yeah, there it is. There it is, folks. Alright, we've busted out a good bit of honey. The leftover from the bee jacking is beeswax, which you can use to seal these containers. As you see right here, they say fresh for 1.2 years versus like days with these ones. Back in the kitchen, it's time to mix up the fried vegetable. So we got our flour, we got our breadcrumb, we've got our honey, and we have our veg. Let's start with some carrots. And now that we have those in there, we're going to give it the old stirry, and that will produce the preformed breaded vegetable. Now we're going to take the vegetable, put some oil in there. I always just put it in there. Why can I never remember to just put the oil in there? And we're going to stir this, and there we go. It is all oiled up. And we're doing the other stuff, carrots and onions and turnips, and yeah, you guys know what's going on. Alright, we gotta cook these fools in the oven here. They're invisible. That's amazing. And there they are. Let's pull them on out. Now it's time to throw the turnips in, which are also very coolly invisible. Carrots too, also super invisible. But now, look at all this. We've got our wonderful fried food all ready to go. Now we're gonna deluxe this. So that means just adding more honey on top of it, which gives it a little like drizzle, which makes it a little more flavorful and maybe a little more satiating and maybe a little more hit pointy. You know, look at that. That's pretty good. 684 saturation and 1 hit point. That's not bad, gotta say, for those fried veggies. Seems like a lot of work, but hey, that's what we're here for. Well, let's get that chicken. Come here, chickens. I'm gonna end you. Bing. Bing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a killer. Bam! Oh man. Almost. Now, normally I like to say I'm not plucking the chicken, I'm just holding the feathers, but I am plucking the chicken. And hold the feathers? Yeah, a little bit of syrup. The tree. Look at it now. Alright, let's make some syrup. Take this out. Put our syrup in here. Alright. Alright, here it comes. Pull it out. One maple syrup. Now you can watch me attempt to stumble over the fact that this won't turn into fried chicken. I go, oh well, I just gotta cut it up, right? Oh, look at me, I'll just put my knife in the crafting grid and make some cut chicken and it'll work just fine. No, it won't, dummy, you need to smash it. Stop it, it's not, there's no magic. Just go get the rolling pin. Thank you. Once again, I'm asking you to beat your meat. Now we're cooking with gas. Let's put that smashed poultry in there. Hey, look, now it'll turn into breaded amaranth poultry. Okay, here it is. Here it is. There it goes. You want to watch me forget how to do oil again? Yep, there it is. Now finally, we have some chicken ready to be fried. Let's put it in the oven. Oh, those are cute. Look at those little fried dumplings. Look at them. They're adorable. Now let's make that a deluxe fried chicken with our maple syrup we did. And then drizzle that stuff on there and it makes a delicious fried chicken. Ooh, 920 saturation? 2 hit points? Now let's see how these balls stand up to the competition. The cut vegetables pretty cute, gotta admit. So yeah, these just whip together. There you go, balls, balls, balls in the oven. Lots of balls in the oven. Balls out of the oven. Balls back in the oven. Those are some pretty good balls. They're nice, but now can we put this stuff into rice and beans? So no to the fried chicken, no to the fried vegetables, no to oiled balls. What about partially baked balls? Moderately warm balls. No. Okay, that's just not a thing. Hey, I appreciate you sticking with me to the end. Glad you could check out another cooking video here. Please do the things. I will continue putting out more of these videos. In the meantime, I will have links below for where you can get Vintage Story and where you can find the expanded cooking mod. We'll see you boys and girls another time. Bye-bye.